I'm Timur Zaman from LineCredit.ai. My organization is a category leader in 3 categories. Number one, providing lines of credit loans to organizations around the world. My passion is to help entrepreneurs get far more capital than banks or brokers can provide so that they can create meaningful change in what they're up to. If you're interested in that, please check out LineCredit.ai. Please check out our Rent a Rich Uncle program. You get all the details of that, access to the program, and get some funding that banks or brokers simply can't provide. The second area that we have a category leadership in is monetizing banking instruments. We are excellent at taking instruments and monetizing at a far higher LTV, or in many cases monetizing the instrument far faster than any of our competitors can provide. As well as the third category is private placement platforms. We help a lot of corporations and businesses understand private placement platforms, understand how to vet them out, and if they want to participate in that. If you haven't subscribed to our YouTube channel, please go ahead and press the subscribe button now. It gives you access to our intellectual property when we disclose that to the public, our customer walkthroughs, our case studies, strategies right away.
Thank you. Sure. So if you could, I understand you said that this is by invitation only. Very, very few select individuals are allowed. I don't know if these, Bill Gates and Warren Buffett and Mark Zuckerberg and those guys are part of it or not. I don't know. I mean, those guys are extremely wealthy. What's his name? Mr. Bezos, Amazon guy. So, but I would like to. I'm not as rich as those guys, but I would like to start something small and then grow up to it. I don't want to go ahead and jump into it head first. Like I said, I've been crashed and burned, so that's why I've been very skeptical as of late. And again, I have access to capital, but limited access to capital, not like the other guys do. So with the help of Timur, I'm hoping to climb the ladder slowly and then eventually, be able to participate at a level which you would help us with, and I'm hoping that we can develop a mutually beneficial relationship which lasts a lifetime.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Let me just. I understand your concern, and
yeah.
I just want to say right now, please, at no time should you ever do anything that you're not comfortable doing, and I'm sure you probably won't, because most of us who've gotten to this age and are living any kind of a life have long learned how to say no.
No. Yeah.
So I actually practice that in the mirror. I look in the mirror and I say no.
No. I need to do that actually.
It's a great skill to have, to be able to say no. But okay.
So Stephen, sorry, just before you go, I just want to tell you where Raj is at.
Yeah.
Raj reached out to me a long time ago saying, hey, I came across you on YouTube or something like that. I'm not going to the private placement platform. And I said, how much you want? How much you have? He said 100K. And so I then introduced him to Jeff Robinson.
Mm-hmm.
And Raj, I don't know if you know this, but we have a JV with Jeff Robinson because he's a registered broker with United States, like that. And he's as clean, as man of high integrity, like that. And he syndicates. So that's how we participate behind the scenes. And then Raj reached out back to me, I think 2 weeks ago, saying, hey, can we re-engage the conversation and have a different amount? I said, okay. And then it wasn't the amount that we needed to get started. So I then told Raj, for the amount that you want to start, I introduced him to Rob and William for the DLC program. To start with the DLC will provide $11 million at the day 75, and then to take either $11 million or a portion of that and then come to you. That was my invitation to Raj. So yesterday he met William and Rob. I've sent them the CISs. I've had Rob create a contract for Raj. For Raj to look at, consider signing, whatever. And then once Raj signs, he's communicated so far he's going to do it next week. He's going to send the money, but he's going to start with a DLC program first.
Yeah. Yeah.
it will turn into $11 million on day 75. And then after that, it's up to Raj to say, okay, Steven, do I want to give you 6 million or whatever to start your SPLC thing, or however Raj wants to do it. And so I just want to give you the context of where we started to where we are now.
Okay.
And now I can shut up and let you guys continue, but I just want to create the context.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Well, I mean, it sounds to me like your course is charted, and you know exactly where you're going.
Well, it's all thanks to him, because like I said, in my first one, I crashed and burned. In that one, instead of starting small, I went in $1 million, spent $250,000 in legal fees and so forth. And again, once I wired the money, I couldn't get anybody online. No answers to emails, no answers to phone calls, nothing. So I was like, oh, Jesus Christ, what the hell just happened? So, now I'm taking it slow, taking baby steps. I'm learning to crawl first before I start walking and running.
Yeah.
So, I want to, that's basically the, thanks to Timur, I'm hoping to get there sooner than later.
Well, I think
sometime this year, basically.
Yeah, and you will. I mean, this 75-day program, I think, is a great idea. I mean, I can't say that I know it because I don't. It's not mine. I don't actually have my hands on the program, but the theory is fantastic.
Yeah.
If you can go in there with that amount of money and come out with, that amount of money multiplied by a factor of whatever, then that reduces your risk when you come to play ball with me or with someone like me.
Well, no, I rather, like I said, I would like to engage with you. Like I said, I'm looking to develop a long-term relationship. I'm not just looking to do transactional deals.
Thank you.
So with that being said, your platform, or the platform that you have access to, how long has it been in existence, if you don't mind me asking?
My platform I have a few.
Okay.
The one that I'm using mostly right now has been around for quite some length of time, decades.
Okay.
It's not a new platform at all. And the mechanism that we work with is very effective because we can do something that other platforms can't do. We can take small cap. Now, I know you lost whatever million, and to you that is not small cap, that is real capital. But in the game that we're playing, that is considered small cap. Anything below 100 M is just small cap.
Yeah.
So what we can do is, because of the relationships, because we have what's called a master commitment holder. A master commitment holder is someone who has basically gotten shares in a bank or owns a bank and has the ability to issue SPLCs. And if you have that ability, so you can generate 100 million SPLC, that means certain things. A, you have a relationship directly with the central bank, all right, making you extremely powerful. And you have a bank. Either you have influence over, you can to some degree exert control over a bank through whatever, if that's the mechanism of ownership or whatever it is, you are basically at the level of master commitment holder. Now, this platform is owned, the two main shareholders, one of whom is a really good friend of mine, one of whom is a master commitment holder, and the other one is what's called the agent of record, and that is basically the guy who is like the gatekeeper for the master commitment holder. So my friend is the agent of record to the master commitment holder, and basically because they have shares in a platform and they are able to issue SPLCs. Tell me if I'm losing you, okay?
No, I'm following.
Good. All right. because they are able to issue SBLCs and they have influence over a platform as well. See, there are certain laws that must be complied with. There is a certain minimum amount of money that must be paid for an SBLC, and it's generally at the moment it's somewhere around 50%. So if you want $100 million euro SBLC,
you need 50 million.
Yeah, you need 50 million. And then after 1 year, you can cash in the SBLC, and you've now got 100 million. It's an easy way to make money. But what I can do, and you have to pay for that SBLC within 5 banking days of it being lodged on the Euroclear's website in your name. Once it's there, you have 5 banking days. Otherwise, you lose the instrument.
Yeah.
But what we can do is I can get a 100 million instrument for significantly less money than that.
Because of your existing relationship.
Because my guy can tell or instruct the trader at the platform and the person issuing the instrument to defer payment for the instrument for 30 days until the first returns from the platform are issued. You then have a deduction from your first return for the platform to pay for the instrument. So you pay X million, a small number, in advance to secure the instrument, just basically to cover
like a down payment.
To cover the costs of issuing the instrument, literally to cover the banking fees, cover the SWIFT charges, the Euroclear charges, all of these fees that have to be paid add up to whatever, a certain number. You pay that, but that's all you pay. You now own a 100 million euro SBLC, which can then go onto the platform, and you can benefit from trade.
Makes sense.
You see, now what I want, and this is very important, I think of it as a moral issue. That was a joke, by the way, but anyways, okay, fine. What I want is a JVC. A JV.
Yeah.
So what I propose, and this is when you're ready, when you've flipped your money in the other system, we do a JV, and we go into it together. You get the benefit of having a very cheap in to the platform. You're almost guaranteed to get into trade because with me being the front man of the JV, it's my name, and that will open doors.
Yeah. Makes sense. Awesome. Taimur, you want to add anything?
If you go to my website, linacredit.ai, and look into my team, you'll see a guy called Kevin Danford. He's a former head of called Crime Division of FBI. And if you contact Kevin Danford directly through LinkedIn or directly at that, and say, what have you learned about Steven Rothschild? Tell me a little bit about him. I'll tell you one conversation he had with me last year. He said, Taimur, from all the platforms you've given me, the only guy checks out is Rothschild Steven. That's it.
So is your actual name Rothschild, or do you have a different last name? Yeah.
My name,
because he's saying Steven Rothschild. That's why I'm confused. Yeah.
And I've beaten him up for that before too, and he's going to get a spanking from.
It doesn't. So I'll tell you why. It's just that I have multiple Stevens who are associates of mine, and I have multiple Kevins who are associates of mine. So it's like we refer to FBI Kevin as FBI Kevin, just because we have so many Kevins. I have so many Stevens, and it's sometimes hard for people to understand last names. So that's why. So that's how.
Steven, what's your actual last name? I don't want to slaughter it. So can you please?
It's very easy to slaughter. My last name is De Koningswater.
Yeah, I know I'm gonna mess that up. I'm just gonna go with Mr. Steven.
Steven is fine honestly.
Or you
Yeah.
do,
Okay.
Um,
All right.
or you copy me, Rothschild Steven.
yeah, it's fine. I can live with it. If you
Yeah.
want to know, it's my grandmother that was the Rothschild, and
Okay.
she was the sister of Victor, who was the third Lord Rothschild.
Wow.
And yeah, so that's my connection to the family.
Yeah. All right. Nice. No, nice, nice. Well,
So Raj, on the 250K with the DLC model, you the way it would work is that once you've got your $11 million, you then can fill up a CIS, KYC, whatever it is you want, and then you give that to Steven, and that gets you into trade. Should you just want to do this in parallel to that or whatever else, then he needs a different, obviously, one or two.
see, I
something
have big dreams. I want to have a lot of facilities which take care of people. There are a lot of people who need help, who need assistance. So, that's what I'm into. So I need in order for me to help individuals in this current century, you need access to money to be able to help, no matter what you're trying to do. Whether it be school education, housing, whatever the case is. So that is one of my main reasons for doing this. As far as financial independence is concerned, I mean, I can call it quits right now and I'm good to go. I don't have to worry about me, my family, my daughters. We're good. But in order for me to achieve or do what I want to do, in order to help individuals, not just in India, but other parts of the world, I need access to capital. Yep. There's a lot of poverty, a lot of individuals who are at a disadvantage. I want to be able to help them, offer good education, offer good facility where they can get educated, and be able to hire the best talent to educate these individuals. So that's the reason I need access to capital. So that's my number one motivation of participating in this, trying to participate in the platform. As far as me personally is concerned, I'm happy. Like I said, even during the pandemic, I traveled half the world. I've been one of the fortunate ones, or considered blessed. But there are certain things that I want to achieve, and in order for me to do that, I need access to capital.
I hear you loud and clear,
Yeah.
And you're a man after my own heart.
Well, I mean, because look at it this way: we're all human beings. Whether you're a billionaire, trillionaire, thousandaire, whatever the case may be, we're all human beings.
Yep.
We all need sleep, we all need rest, we all need food. One thing is certain: there's only one truth in life, which is one day, sooner or later, you're gonna die. When you die, you're not gonna take whatever amount of wealth you have amassed. You're not gonna take it with you.
Nope.
All right. It's what you have done with that wealth. The blessings that you receive. That's what's gonna matter. So sorry for getting all emotional and philosophical on you, but that's just my take on it.
I could not agree with you more. I absolutely feel that sentiment.
No. So
Raj, when you are ready,
go ahead.
When you are ready, I am happy to help you.
I greatly appreciate it. And like I said, I'm looking forward to developing a long-term mutually beneficial relationship. And Timur, the ball is in your court. I guess I need to get a contract from you, from Mr. Rob. Let's go ahead and get that stuff done. Let's go ahead and get the funds transferred and start.
Contract for Rob, his CIS and everything is in your mailbox now. I sent it.
Okay. All right.
Steven, you've met him, so when you're ready, we go back to Steven.
Yeah.
Now that you've met him, you kind of because Raj, you and I, when we originally spoke, I told you I'm fully transparent. So I'm just going to tell you who the players are behind the scenes. You have to come to your own conclusion, whether you trust them, like them, do your own background check and see if you feel comfortable. Does this make sense?
I don't have access to FBIs like you do. I can't do background checks.
I'm just an FBI guy. No problem. Stevens used my FBI guy. He's good. Steven can testify. My FBI guy is very, very, very good. And I've used a lot of
very good
CIA.
Let me ask you a question. You're using FBI to verify whoever you're doing business, but have you verified him? The individual who says, he's with FBI or was with FBI. Did you verify that?
That's a good question.
So I've not done that. However, here's what I'll tell you.
Oh
I do have a commercial relationship. If you watch my YouTube channel, you'll see I have a commercial relationship with the former deputy director of the CIA, DIA, a bunch of CIA people, and everybody knows each other. So nobody's ever said, "Hey, your Kevin guy is whatever." I find the law enforcement community is very. Once you go into the private sector, it's a tight net.
I'm gonna make a request, which I'm pretty sure nobody has ever made. I want a CIS on him.
No problem. I'll ask him.
I want a CIS on him. I want to make sure that he is who he claims he is.
No problem. Anytime. That's easy to do.
Yeah.
Well, I can tell you this. It's probably not going to be much use, but I got to see the report that Kevin did on me, and I can tell you that everything he dug up was accurate.
Oh wow, beautiful.
Yeah,
beautiful.
Yeah,
nice. No, but I just wanted to just ask that. I was just curious. So I don't know. Appreciate it. Well, gentlemen, thank you very much for.